Accra, Ghana, the gateway to West Africa, a thriving, modern and safe metropolis with the warmest people in the world, and the home of Sleek Garments Export Limited. Sleek Garments Export Limited is a world-class manufacturer of high-quality fashion and industrial work garments. With competitive prices using a skilled workforce, superior raw materials and advanced social standards, we are the preferred garment manufacturer and exporter in Ghana.
Sleek Garments Export Limited was registered as a business entity in September 2002. The main purpose was to mass produce clothing for export to the US market. Ghana had just acquired the AGUA visa that enables us now to export over 6,000 products to the US duty and quota free, including clothing. And the area of clothing for me also meant impacting on the lives of people. I've always been involved in community development. I'm a Rotarian, and it was always about helping to give skills and then giving employment. So we established Sleek Garments Export Limited 2002. And then within 3 months, we were exporting to the US. And the biggest story for us is the fact that we were able to ship quality shirts to be sold in raw stores all over the US. No rejections of not even one piece of a shirt. We went on to produce technical codes for Walgreens and CVS pharmacies and shipped under AGOA. So we were set off to, take off to higher levels. It required giving more skills to our people, and the numbers were also very important. But I must say we did pretty well. There were a number of factories that came up about the same time as Sleek Garments Export Limited. Some of us chose to work together, to ship thousands and thousands of clothing out of Ghana. So this is Sleek Garments Export Limited.
We have a solid reputation for sound financial management and superior customer-oriented services in the vibrant textile and apparel industry. Our commitment to using the resources available to us to meet our obligation to our communities, our stakeholders, and the environment in which we operate is legendary.
Well, once upon a time, designing clothing and actually manufacturing clothing was a hobby. And then, interestingly, I explored ideas of putting out my designs, and in exploring these ideas, I ended up at our state protocol making suggestions on what we could do with our kentes instead of giving kente to dignitaries, especially first ladies of Africa. And I ended up creating designs for, like Winnie Mandela, Mrs. Ufe Boaing, Mrs. Mohammed Mutala. These were wives of heads of state of Africa. So we went from that level to establishing a small business. There was more training, but there were lots of clothing coming out of there. And it was coming out to people of certain levels that were exhibiting it, on platforms that I never imagined before. And I think that's one of the reasons why it caught the attention of the EU, for instance, who thought they should sponsor me on runways in Paris, in Dusseldorf. But then I thought that we needed to have a greater focus also on industrial workwear, office or factory or industrial workwear. So that's one line I've been looking at. And we manufacture other brands like Superior Uniform Group. We manufacture for corporate institutions, for various establishments. But there's also the lines that I create. And one would find uniqueness in the fact that there's always a touch of what Ghana has to offer. With regards to textile, with regards to our creativity, with regards to our love of color.
Come do business with us at Sleek Garments Export Limited in the rising creative garment industry with the thriving opportunities and the warmest people in the world.
I think the sky is the limit, but to make it even bigger, I believe that we need partnerships. And partnerships will actually help us blend what we have, what they have, for greater markets for the benefit of our people, our businesses, and their businesses will help grow my economy and make a difference in the lives of the youth.
Sleek Garments Export Limited, our creativity, our factory, welcoming by nature at the gateway to West Africa.